Okay, so here we have a video that's been blowing up on Twitter of a fight at an anti-ICE rally. And this guy right here, he is a Trump supporter. He's pro-ICE. And a lot of the people at this event are anti-ICE and anti-Trump. I've identified at least one person that I think is probably on his side, judging from this, what appears to be a Trump flag. But other than that, I would assume these guys are very outnumbered. We're going to watch the video and we're going to see what we can learn. And that's why we're here, by the way. If you're just here for the video, go somewhere else. I'm not just going to play the video and be quiet. I'm here to try and help you to learn something about the reality of combat. So with that said, let's go. So right here, right away, there's somebody who is getting in this dude's face with a bullhorn, trying to purposefully angle it in his ear. And this is a great example of what the left wing does, not to make it a left versus right thing, but this is just something that left wingers are very known to do. It's baked into their political theory, is to try their best to skirt the line of violence, doing half measure tactics so that you can draw out a violent response from somebody and then turn around and act like you're the victim. That's what this guy is trying to do right here. It's basically, I heard it described as when you and your sibling are arguing or you're fighting and your parents say, hey, keep your hands to yourself. So you stick a finger out and you get it this close to your sibling and you go, I'm not touching you, that type of thing. This dude, when he does get clobbered, which he is, he completely and totally deserves it. He absolutely brought it on himself. I'm not saying that it's a good thing that this dude ends up swinging. I'm just saying that, I mean, this guy knew what he wanted. He wanted to get hit. So, I don't feel bad for him. You cannot do this kind of thing. You should not be fighting people in general, but if you have to fight somebody, it is either stop or go. It is yes, we're fighting, or no, we're not fighting. You cannot afford to be in the middle, because you're going to see what happens to this guy who decided he wants to be in the middle. There's a, he threw a kick. Something I'm just noticing, it looks like these guys have the same shoes on. They both got the sex offender 7s, but that's beside the point. And you're going to see it. Bang. Right there. And again, this is a half measure violence thing. This guy right now, he is a little bit too comfortable trying to be like a troll. Like, that's what happens when you troll IRL, is you end up getting clocked a lot of the time. And that's what happened with the woman that got shot in Minneapolis, and other people who have been seriously fucked up by a bunch of different kinds of people, not even just cops, but security guards, random passersby, and things like that. A lot of people start shit and they don't think anyone's going to do anything. Well, that happens. So just don't be this guy. We're going to take another look, because I just want to admire the beauty. Watch how this dude lifts off the ground a little bit. Bang. You see he got a little bit of airtime there. And the fight is commenced. We're going to watch this back in a second. I just want to highlight something here, right? So the fight has commenced, okay? This is a little bit before the fight commences. This guy basically does everything right in this scenario. He is in a hostile crowd. He cannot afford to just throw a punch at that one guy and then sit there and wait for something to happen, whether it's the cops come over and break it up, or maybe his friends try and come and support him or anything like that. He absolutely positively has to use aggression and violence of action in order to keep himself safe. He has to be so aggressive that, one, anybody who thinks they want to try and take a swing at him does not have the opportunity, and two, they may even be dissuaded from doing so, because just the sheer spectacle of how this guy is moving and how this guy is throwing hands is enough to make someone think, yeah, maybe that's more trouble than it's worth. I don't know if I want to do that. But you're going to see, he doesn't sit there and wait. He identifies anybody who he feels is a threat, whether it is friend or foe. You're going to notice he actually duffs the dude with the pro-Trump flag. Anybody who comes too close to him, even, like I said, the pro-Trump wearing guy, right? This guy right here, he has a Trump flag. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be that close to this guy. You are either fighting or you're running, and if you're fighting, you better make it clear that you're on this guy's side, because if not, he doesn't have the time. I blame this dude for getting hit, not this dude for keeping himself safe. So here, engaging, engaging. So again, we're gonna watch this back. I'm just letting it play out a little bit so you can see certain things that happen. Absolutely let him have it. Absolutely let that guy have it. It's funny that the original guy came in for round two and he ended up just absolutely getting stiffened. He got dude. He made him stiff, bro. He gave him he made him stiff. Anyway, so right here, okay. This is about where we left off. What he's doing is he's getting outside of the pile, right? There's a group of people all around here. He can't tell who's friend and who's foe, so he has to get out of there, and he has to put his back to open space, which is exactly what he did. And you're going to notice it's actually kind of a failure of tactics of these guys right here, where they came there to start shit, and I guess they just didn't think shit would start back with them, right? These guys have the numerical advantage, and yet they're engaging with him one-on-one. Like, we're trying to make sure, we talk about how great this guy did, but also, like, we can be objective about what these guys are doing good and bad, and it's mostly bad. If you have the numerical advantage, you might as well use it. Friends don't let friends fight alone is something that I've heard said and that I've started saying myself. So they engage a little bit. It doesn't appear that this dude right here is actually that energized either. It seems like he's more interested in looking like he's fighting than actually hitting someone. Maybe he's just afraid to get hit himself. That'll happen, But so we have somebody trying to break it up, and that dude gets knocked on his ass. So what he's doing right now, our guy right here, he's making sure to keep everybody in front of him. He's not letting people get around back, and that's why he keeps backing up. Any of these people could be enemies right now, people who want to hurt him. And sure enough, they finally start to smarten up a little bit, and they start both trying to come at him, but you see Blue Jeans over here. You see Half Measures guy. He got fully knocked out. And then there's this dude right here. I don't know that this dude has any training. He might have just made all of the right decisions, choices right now. But that was everything that he needed to do for the most part. Aside from just avoiding problems, right? It's probably not a good idea to go to these things because you'll end up in these situations. After all, the best self-defense is not ending up in a fight in the first place. But if we just sit there and go, oh, well, the best self-defense is running, you're never going to actually know what the best course of action is when you can't run. And I would not advise trying to fight multiple people, but I could also understand why someone might feel it's not your best bet to turn your back to a group of people like that, because it's not like running away from one person, it's running away from multiple people, and if you get caught, you're probably caught. That's it. There's probably no getting away a second time. Again, not saying you should fight a group of people, you should definitely get out of there, but I could understand the choice that this guy made. I don't know what comes after this. I would assume it probably ended. He probably knocked that dude on his ass. He was hitting him while he was on the ground, and that was probably it. It seems like it was Blue Jeans here and the dude who was getting duffed at the end. It seems like those two were the biggest ones who were like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. Good on this guy. This dude right here should have been a lot more help. I do think that this guy was actually on this dude's side. It's just that he showed up to that situation not ready to actually do battle. And if you're gonna go to these places, you might as well go ready to protect yourself and the lives of other innocent people. You shouldn't go to these, you shouldn't get into fights, but if you're like, what are you doing if you're there, especially with a flagpole like that, and you're gonna watch some guy have to take on multiple people? What are you doing? You got your cute little helmet and your goggles, and you're gonna act like, oh, hey guys, whoa, that's not what we're here for. It's like, get out of here, man. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. All right, that is really what I'm doing these for. If I wanted to, I could do tons of these videos just commentating what you can see with your own two eyes, not actually breaking anything down. But I don't want to do that kind of content because I feel that it's mindless and pointless, and I want to be more than just a mindless, pointless creator. This is my first video in a long time. I'm not saying I'm back doing videos, but this was one that I knew that I could do. So thank you, everybody who tuned in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I will see you soon, if not in a video, then in a stream. And until next time, good luck out there.